If there were any doubts over the fitness or match readiness of one Ravindra Singh Jadeja, well, those have been answered in very emphatic fashion. For those of you who have been following his comeback in the Ranji Trophy, where he's been captaining Saurashtra against Tamil Nadu, the second innings especially was very impressive. But as we're going to go over in this particular video, you'll notice that for the most part he's showing enough signs of actually being, that Ravindra Jadeja, and could very well, all things permitting, be in the playing 11 for the first Border Gavaskar test against Australia come February 9th. Now, obviously, this mere speculation at this point, but we do know for a fact that Jadeja has been the undisputed first choice in that spin bowling all-rounder category. And if you take a look at how it is that he's fared in this particular first-class match, you'll realize that for the most part, he's really grown into the game, and you could very well see these numbers improve come, of course, the fourth day of that game. Why exactly is that the case? Well, if you're looking at, he's had to bowl more often than not. So he's in the first innings, he bowled about 17 odd overs and he only took a single wicket. But in the second innings, he bowled about 24 overs, took 7 wickets. In fact, one very funny quirk about the second innings was that all of the 10 wickets of Tamil Nadu were taken by Jadeja's, because Dharmendra Singh Jadeja took the remaining 3 wickets. With the bat, obviously, he didn't get as much time because he did end up getting dismissed, but 15 runs in 23 balls, not at all a bad return, all things considered, because again, you have to remember that he's been out of commission for a long time. So he was obviously going to be showing some rustiness, but again, 15 runs, 23 balls, not the worst, start to, his batting side of things at least. But so far he's had to do more with the ball, and he's done that very well. Now, obviously, the next conundrum would be, where exactly would you fit him? And that's a pretty simple one, really, because if you're looking at the Indian, squad for the first 2 tests, there's 4 spin options, 2 of whom are all-rounders and 2 of whom would be out-and-out spinners. So the out-and-out spinners are, of course, Ravichandran Ashwin and Kuldeep Yadav, whereas the all-round options would be Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel. So Jadeja in essence is in competition with Akshar Patel. Now, it is of course worth noting that Akshar Patel in recent times, in test matches for sure, has been in very good form, but that has mostly been with the ball. Yes, Akshar has shown a lot of brilliance with the bat, but that has mostly been in white ball cricket. You remember he did really well in the series against Sri Lanka, but again, that was with the white ball, not the red ball. And we note for a fact that as far as test match cricket goes, Jadeja is the much better batsman. So this does give team management a bit of a good headache to have. Of course, we note for a fact that with the Indian team management, sometimes having a good headache can lead to a little bit of a disaster in terms of, certain calls being made or trying to accommodate everyone. But this Indian team management so far at least has shown some clarity when it comes to playing position. So it is fair to say that it's going to be a straight shootout between Jadeja and Akshar. And of course, right now that's a very good headache to have, because again, Akshar with the ball, especially in Indian conditions on turning tracks, can be very lethal and very effective. But Jadeja offers 2 areas where he's at least much better off. One, definitely as a batsman, much better option, and even as a fielder. Although, of course, his fielding will have to be something that's yet to be seen, because again, fitness concerns and whatnot, but muscle memory will kick in, and therefore it does seem very likely that this man could be back in the starting 11 for the first test. And of course, it is worth also remembering that on February 1st is when the NCA report will be available on Jadeja's fitness. Now, of course, the fact that he's playing cricket means that he is, of course, pretty much match fit, but the NCA report will be the final thing that helps the BCCI determine whether or not Jadeja will be in contention to start that. Of course, if that report is, has all green signals, then I think it's a fair call to say that this man will walk into the playing 11, regardless of how well it is that Akshar has been doing in recent times. But that's just my call. What do you guys think? Well, you can let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon so you know when we're going live or uploading a new video, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook as well. Last but not least, download the SportsTak app too and check out the website in both English and Hindi, whichever is the language of your choice. Thank you all once again for joining us. As always, I've been Shane Dias. I hope to see you with us in more videos that we'll be doing. For now though, goodbye.